ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रयविनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नमः निगमकल्पतरोर्गलितं फलं शुकमुखादमृतद्रवसंयुतं पिबत भागवतं रसमालयं मुहुरहो रसिका भुवि भावुकाः नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं समस्तदेवताभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो ब्राह्मणेभ्यो आचार्येभ्यो साधकेभ्यो साधुभ्यो क्षेत्रेभ्यो तीर्थेभ्यो नदीनदेभ्यो शास्त्रेभ्यो नमः अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः ओं श्री मद्भागवत महापुराणाचार्येभ्यो नमः परब्रह्मणे नमः महाविष्णवे ब्रह्मणे सनकादिमुनिभ्यो नारदाय वेदव्यासाय शुकब्रह्मर्षे सूतमहामुने शौनकादि ऋषिभ्यो वैशम्पायनादि ऋषिभ्यो अत्रादि ऋषिभ्यो प्रह्लादादि भक्तिनेभ्यो मत्स्यावतारेभ्यो आदित्यादि नवग्रहदेवताभ्यो नमः ओं श्री दक्षिणामूर्ति दत्तात्रेय हयग्रीवादि गुरुभ्यो नमः ओं श्री आदिवराशक्तिमात्रे नमः माता पितृदेवताभ्यो नमः अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमो नमः समस्तगुरूणां देवतानाम् अनुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधस्यस्मिन् क्षणे एव सिद्ध्यर्थं पुराणेतिहासोक्त भगवद्दर्शन भागवत दर्शन भगवद्भक्ति भगवदनुग्रह प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिकसंस्कृतेः पुनरुत्थान जागरण विश्वव्याप्त्यर्थं विश्वशान्ति कल्याण एकता प्राप्त्यर्थं समस्त सनातन धर्मभक्त साधक सेवक उपासक संस्थापकानां च समस्त शक्तीनां साधनानां सिद्धीनां सामर्थ्यानां अवाप्तिद्वारा विघ्नशत्रु निर्मूलन द्वारा धर्म संस्थापन कार्ये दिग्विजय शीघ्र विजय प्राप्त्यर्थं श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराण शास्त्रस्य दशम स्कंदस्य पारायणं द्वादश स्कंधस्य अध्ययनं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे आदौ पारायणम् फ्रेंड्स 32nd chapter 4th chapter of the Rasa Panchadhyayi we will be chanting today of the 10th skandham, one of the most beautiful here. We saw yesterday in that Gopika Geetam how much they expressed their love for the Lord and prayed the Lord for the darshanam. Now all these things in detail I am having a thought to discuss for 1 month. Every chapter 6 days, 5 chapters are there. 1 month only Rasa Panchadhyayi. I just want to do. Please you remind me after these texts are over, maybe after 6 months or so. Because every shloka from the Adhyatmika Tattva Chintana, Bhakti, Upasana, Drishti, if we understand, then we understand how glorious is the prema of the Gopikas, and we also understand what exactly the sadhana which makes the Lord pleased, and He gives us His own darshanam anubhuti. Now, yesterday after saying that Bhagavan is so pleased, then He gives darshanam. Then having had His darshanam, each of the Gopikas are so happy, so delighted, so wonderful. This description is so excellent and enchanting. Now, all these should again side by side tell us that Bhagavan is Bhagavan, who will become Antardhana when we have the ego, and again he becomes Prakata. Now, through all these Leelas, he is Bhagavan with all his Sarva Shaktimatvam and with Anugraha Shaktimatvam. That aspect we have to become strong in, so that to the same Lord to whom daily we are doing Upasana and Puja and Nama Japa, we develop the Bhakti. With these knowledges, the Bhakti will grow. With the Bhakti, when the Upasanas are done, the joy is though greater and different. The blessings and returns also are great. So Bhagavan becoming Antardhana, again Prakata, is not hidden in any of the trees and all. They are all searching. He just Antardhana. Again he Prakata. So if Bhagavan Antardhana ho gaya matlab, he has got all the siddhis, all the yoga siddhis, prema, jnana, sarva atita sthiti and bhakta rakshana. If all these are having, means he has to be Bhagavan only. With all our studies of Purana, with all our upasana, still we don't have that much faith in Bhagavan as he is Bhagavan. That is why all our upasanas are not so perfect. Therefore, that blessings or returns are also not so great. This we have to recognize. Through these stories, we should enhance in us in our knowledge that Bhagavan is Sarva Vyavaga, Sarvagna Shaktiman, and our bhakti, prema, sharanagati to be towards him should be like this, unconditional and complete. With that, definitely Bhagavan's prasannata anugraha we get. In that way, our mind's thoughts should go on becoming deeper and deeper in understanding and accepting Bhagavan's Mahima, and in doing intensely the sadhana. Once we do what we have to do, the blessings what Bhagavan has to give, he will do it without fail. These Gopikas are the ones which are the examples. Whatever prema bhakti gave, they gave, Bhagavan took. Whatever anugraha they wanted, Bhagavan gave them. So, yo yamyam tanu bhaktaha, or whatever the way we do puja and ask from him, that alone he gives us. Ye tamam prapadyante tan tataiva bhajami aham. Now let us chant. I am feeling so guilty nowadays that this 10th skanda, though we started for chanting, we are explaining, but then total explanation we are not doing because we are catching up with our 12th skanda. Anyhow, let the Lord decide. Let us chant. Om Sri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha. Srimad Bhagavata Maha Puranam Parayanam Dashamaskandha Purvardha Atha Dvatrimshodhyayah Shri Shukavacha. The first sloka itself is so beautiful. Iti gopyah pragayantyah pralapantyascha chitradha ruruduhu suswaram rajan krishna darshana lalasaha tasamaviraboot shaurihi smayamana mukhambhuja pitambaradhara sragvi sakshan manmatha tam vilokyagatam preshtham प्रीत्युत्फुल्लदृशो बलाः उत्तस्थुर्युगपत् सर्वाः तन्वः प्राणमिवागतम् काचित् कराम्बुजं शौरेः जगृहेऽञ्जलिनामुदा काचित् दधार तद्बाहुम् अंसे चन्दनरूषितं काचिदञ्जलिना गृह्णात् तन्वीताम्बूलचर्वितम् एका तदङ्घ्रिकमलं सन्तप्तास्तनयोरधात् एका भ्रुकुटीम् आवध्य प्रेम संभ्रम विह्वला घ्नतीवैक्षत्कटाक्षेपैः सन्दष्टदशनच्छदा अवरा निमिषदृग्भ्यां जुषाणा तन्मुखाम्बुजम् आपीतमपि नातृप्यतो सन्तस्तच्छरणं यता तं काचित् नेत्ररन्ध्रेण हृदि कृत्य निमील्य च पुलकाङ्ग्युपगूह्यास्ते योगीवानन्दसम्प्लुता सर्वास्ताः केशवालोक परमोत्सवनिर्वृताः जहुर्विरहजं तापं प्राज्ञं प्राप्य यथा जनाः ताभिर्विधूतशोकाभिर्भगवान् अच्युतो वृतः व्यरोचताधिकं तात पुरुषः शक्तिभिर्यथा ताः समादाय कालिन्द्या निर्विश्य पुलिनं विभुः विकसत्कुन्दमन्दार सुरभ्यनिलषट्पदौ शरच्चन्द्रांशुसन्दोह ध्वस्तदोषातमः शिवं कृष्णाया हस्ततरलाचित कोमलवालुकं तद्दर्शनाह्लाद विधूतहृरुजः मनोरथान्तं श्रुतयो यथा ययुः स्वैरुत्तरीयैः कुचकुङ्कुमाङ्कितैः आशीक्लुपन्नासनम् आत्मबन्धवे तत्रोपविष्टो भगवान् स ईश्वरः योगेश्वरान्तर्हृदि कल्पितासनः चकास गोपी परिषद्गतोर्चितः त्रैलोक्यलक्ष्म्येकपदं वपुर्दधतो सभाजयित्वा तमनङ्गदीपनं सहासलीलेक्षणविभ्रमभ्रुवा संस्पर्शनेनाङ्ककृताङ्घ्रि हस्तयोः संस्तुत्य ईषत् कुपिता बभाषिरे गोप्य ऊचुः भजतोऽनुभजन्त्येकः एक एतत् विपर्ययम् नो भयान्श्च भजन्त्येकः एतन्नो ब्रूहि साधु भोः श्रीभगवानुवाच मिथो भजन्ति ये सख्यः स्वार्थैकान्तोद्यमाहिते न तत्र सौहृदं धर्मः स्वार्थार्थं तद्धि नान्यथा भजन्त्यवचतो ये वै करुणाः पितरो यथा धर्मो निरपवादोऽत्र सौहृदं च सुमध्यमाः भजतोऽपि न वै केचित् भजन्त्यभजतः कुतः आत्मा रामा हि आप्तकामाः अकृतज्ञा गुरुद्रुहः नाहं तु सख्यो भजतोऽपि जन्तून् भजाम्यमीशामनुवृत्तिवृत्तये यथा धनो लब्धधने विनष्टे तच्चिन्तयाप्यन् अन्यन्निवृतो न वेद एवं मदर्थोज्झितलोकवेद स्वानां हि वो मय्यनुवृत्तये बलाः मया परोक्षं भजतातिरोहितं मा सूयतुं मारहत तत्प्रियं प्रियाः न पारयेऽहं निरवद्य संयुजाम स्वसाधुकृत्यं विबुधायुषापि वः या मा भजन् दुर्जर गेहशृङ्खलाः सम्मृश्च तद्वः प्रतियातु साधुना इति श्रीमद्भागवते महापुराणे पारमहंस्यां संहितायां दशमस्कन्धे पूर्वार्धे रासक्रीडायां गोपीसान्त्वनं नाम 32 Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Only we have to be one of the gopis there with Lord Krishna, really to enjoy, to feel all that happened and all that is written by Bhagavan Vyasa, given by Shukadevaji to Parikshit. Our padas, our shabdas, our vocabulary, our sadhanas, our antakarana shuddhis won't suffice to exhaustively explain these things. And yet we can try. That is what is the thing which is at our disposal or capacity. Now, in the earlier chapter, we saw how Gopikas have done that stuti, prema expression, request to the Lord to again come and give darshanam. The most beautiful slokas. Yesterday we chanted all of them. Nakalu Gopiganandano Bhavana Kiladehinamantaraatmadruk Vikanasarthito Vishwaguptaye Saka Udaivan Satatam Kule. Then Tava Kathamrutam Tapta Jivanam Kavivreditam Kalmashapaham Sravana Mangalam Srimadatatam Bhuvigrunantiye Bhurida Janaha. Excellent was yesterday. Though yesterday in YouTube it was not good, but I asked somebody to upload the YouTube one yesterday. Sorry, the Skype one. You can listen. Don't miss yesterday's discussion. In continuation of that, in that 32nd chapter, Sri Shukadev ji is telling Sri Parikshit ji, iti gopyaha. In this way, the gopikas pragayantyaha. They were singing all the leelas of Bhagavan. Then pralapantyascha. Then they were in so much of cry and dukkha of viravaha with Bhagavan. Chitradhaha, Chitra Vichitra. Each one in their own way crying and expressing their devotion, the viraha, the dukkha, the badha. And then the how to say all that. Even Shukadevji also fails to say only some words. He expresses Ruruduhu Suswaram Rajan. Hey Rajan, they all started with all the swara together crying so much for Krishna and Krishna Darshana Lalasaha. That only one Lalasa, that is Bhagavan Krishna's darshan. So this shows how a sadhaka, after doing sadhana for long years and janma, and yet when he is not getting Bhagavad Darshana, at that time, after fulfilling all his sadhanas, in that restlessness of Bhagavad Darshana, Kanksha, he cries like that. In all our different languages of India, when you have seen the movies of 70s, 80s, there you have seen all the great bhakti movies. How the bhaktas were in front of the Lord, गिड़गिड़ाते हुए भगवान के दर्शन के लिए इतने मन तड़पत हरि दर्शन को आज. These songs, these sceneries are the ones seeing which we can little bit understand. Then the highest understanding of what these gopikas and great bhaktas go through, we can feel. So Krishna Darshana Lalasaha is the most beautiful thing. So you and I also, do we have the heart like the gopikas of wanting Bhagavan's Darshana, Bhagavan's Anubhuti at every cost and price? immediately as soon as possible. Can we cry like them for the Lord? Can we pray to the Lord like they did? Can we sacrifice everything as they have done? Can we continuously sing the Leelas of Paramatma, Ananya Bhavena? See, can we try that? In many lives, including this, we tried so many things of distracted life of attachment to so many things and beings, involving in so many activities, enjoyments, everything we have done. For one life, at least for a decade, let us try this one. Like it was said in the earlier chapter, where it has come, which of that? Tan manaskaha tadalapaha. All these shloka we studied. Remember that way. Can we try? Tan manaskaha tadalapaha tad vicheshtaha tadatmikaha tad gunaneva gayantyaha na atma garani sasmaru. So much. Neither the deha nor the family nor the possessions nor the none of the things they remember. This is called as vritti nirodha. That is why this 10th skandha is called as Nirodha skandha. They have so much done the abhyasa of Bhagavad Bhakti that their chittasya avrittikasya prashantavayita, only for the Bhagavan they have reached to. Now, Lord Himself becomes helpless when the devotees with so much of devotion they invoke or invite Him. That's all the stories, thousands of stories in our own Sanatana Dharma Shastra Puranas, where to bless the bhaktas, to save the bhaktas, to give what they want, including mukti, Bhagavan has come having seen their Parama Bhakti. So, Krishna Darshana Lalasaha Ruruduhu Suswaram Rajan. They started crying only Krishna, 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 Krishna. In that bhava, in their mind, nothing what Bhagavan's darshana they want. Dekho, do we have that feeling? Can we try to increase that with every day's listening of our Bhagavata Ramayana consciously with our efforts? Mind you, it won't come by itself. We have to develop. Like convenience to satsangs, it will not be. We have to make it. We have to negotiate with our inevitable life, yet we have to find our interest and time to come to satsang and listen Shastra. But by listening also, mere listening, bhakti will not come. That type of single pointed devotion will not come. We have to consciously seek it. What Shastras tell us is, if someone has such type of bhakti, how great are the blessings of Bhagavan. That information given is to us, that inspiration is given to us. Taking that inspiration, we have to feel within us, let me also become bhakta like that. Then try, then try, then try. They go on trying till it happens. This is called as sadhana. Waiting for something is not sadhana. No waiting. Lord is waiting for us from so many lives, millions of hours. How long we wait, make Him waiting for? It is we who have to take initiative in our own interest. Bhagavan is waiting to give us His blessings and darshanam, but we are going on postponing. भगवान एंड गुरु का यही है, वो वेट करते रहते हमको, and we go on make them waited, and we eat and sleep, and we also get heavy weighted without any of this approach towards our adhyatmika pragati. So enough of waiting for somebody or something, or even waiting for convenient moments. Let us make it convenient. As I told you yesterday, day before, in one of the classes, when everything is convenient, doing sadhana, coming to the classes is not great. That anybody does it. Even when you are so busy, even mind is not cooperating, you are so much caught up in so many things. Yet, if you can manage yourself, that shows your bhakti. That's what God Guru wants. That shows your liking, your interest in learning the knowledge, in doing sadhana. That is where these are all the tests. In all these tests, when we are kept busy, etc., when we don't be regular in our sadhana, that means we have failed in the tests. Absolutely failed. Really. Here also, it will not happen by itself. We have to make it, we must know. Now, in that way, when they were Ruruduru Suswarai Rajan Krishna Darshana Lalasaha Evam iti Gopya Pragayantya Pralapantascha Chitradha Ruruduhu Suswaram Rajan, Krishna Darshana Lalasaha. So Bhagavan also fond of the bhaktas, he also cannot make them waited. They understood their mistakes, they were arrogant, that we are lucky, we are great. They don't know that it is Bhagavan who has showered his prema, because of which they could love him. Even our devotion to God is also again God's grace. If not, again ego comes. Wherever the ego of curtain comes, the darshan of Bhagavan goes away. And we are all the biggest victims of the ego. Saddest part of this is what? If we don't know that we are the ego victims, and if somebody tries to tell, that ego only comes in front and never allows others to tell us. Even the Guru, even the God, we push everyone, we don't listen to them. That itself is a sign of ego. When they don't tell, that time anyway ego is there. Our own ahankara keeps away our Bhagavan and Guru from us, away from us. We have to be nirahankari. We have to have that humble submission. Like these Gopikas, when they expressed that devotion egoless, he came. Then how it was? When the Bhagavan returned, it is so beautiful. That entire chapter talks so beautifully. I need 2-3 hours to talk on that. Maybe in 2 parts we will do. Thoda आज भी, थोड़ा कल भी, क्योंकि अच्छा टॉपिक है. Yeah, half of it we do today. The remaining half of the question answer session we can do tomorrow. So, Tasama Virabhut Shaurihi. In between them, Bhagavan came. Avirbhav ho gaye. Ye prakat ho gaye again. Avirbhav Shaurihi. Smayamana Mukham Bujaha. With a wonderful smile on his face. See, from Smaya, the smile, the English word came. Then Pitambaradharaha. With a beautiful yellow dress cladded. Then Sragvi, beautiful, that malas in his neck. Sakshat Manmatha Manmataha. So beautiful he is. मनमत का ही मनत है. ऐसे सुंदर रूप में भगवान वहां प्रकट हुए. तासामाविरभूत शौरिः स्मयमान मुखाम्बुजः पीतांबरधर स्रग्वी साक्षात् मन्मत मन्मतः. So good throat to sing or chant and express with bhava. If you have any such speakers, go and listen from them also. Enjoy. The idea is, as much revelation we have while listening, as much desire for devotion we develop while listening, so great will be our satsanga. So Pitambaradharaha Sragvi Sakshan Manmata Manmataha. Bhagavan has appeared. Very small, 6-8 years only in his age. But in his age and maturity is Bhagavan only. Then Tamvilokya Agatam Preshtam. Preshta is most dearest. Preshta Preyasi Priya. So having seen the Lord who is their most beloved coming back, Preeti Utfulla Drushaha. No, the Prem say all their eyes were fully blossomed, those Abalaha. Can anybody do the Varnana of this scene, that the Lord without whose darshanam they almost are about to leave their pranas, because Tanmanaska, Tadalapa and all that, when that Bhagavan prakat ho gaye, so much of joy they had. Uttastu Yugapat Sarvaha. All of them, they were sitting, chatting there in that Yamuna Pulina. When Bhagavan came, Uttastu Yugapat Sarvaha, every one of them immediately, instantaneously got up from their seats. Tanvaha Pranamivagatam, just like to the Deha, the dead body, when it is lying down, suddenly into that prana when it enters, how that Vyakti gets up and becomes alive, in that way they all got up. The same thing happens when Shukadevji comes. When Parikshit was in Prayapavesha, all the big gurus, everybody assembled there. Suddenly they got up, without any notice at all. Same happens when Vamana Bhagavan goes to Bali Chakravarti's this Yagnasha. This is called as Pragbhava. This is called as Pratibha, or the Tejas of Bhagavan. So they all of them got up, like the prana came back to them. Immediately, you see, really Bhagavan aaye ki nahi? Will he stay or will he run away? Let us encash in presence to the maximum, with each one in their own different attitudes, feelings, etc. Kachit karambujam shaurehe gruhe anjalina amuda. Somebody with both hands held the Lord hand, Parmatma's hand. क्योंकि स्पर्श करके देखते हैं भगवान है कि नहीं, चले तो नहीं जाए दोबारा, पकड़ ले. काचित ददार तद्बाहुम हमसे चंदन रुचितम. One took his chandana ruchita hand and put on her own shoulder. Kachi Anjalina Gruna Tanvi Tambula Chervitam, somebody held in the hand. Eka tad Angrikalam Santapta Stanayoradhat. Somebody took his feet and kept in her heart. Eka Bhrugudi Mahabadhya. So one is very, very different. Because each of the sadhakas, though the sadhana is going on in them, the nature is different. Therefore, they express different emotions. So one of them was a little different type of Eka Bhrukti Mahabhadhya. ऐसे गुस्सा ले आकर on her forehead, Prema Sambramba Vihala. She was so angry that the Lord left untold and all that. Grativa Aikshat. Looking at, she was having love inside. But outside he went and troubled such a long time. They went on searching for hour together. Then Gnati Iva means with eyes only she is punishing Lord as if beating him. Gnati means beating only. Gnati Iva Aikshat Katakshepai and Sandashta Dashanachada. She was even biting the teeth. So biting the teeth, beating with the eyes, she was becoming so angry with Lord and looking at him in that way with Bhrukuti. Sometimes somebody when they don't listen to you, your own children and all, you become so angry in your face and you show you want to beat even that fellow with the eyes. And कोई कहते हैं आंखों से जलाने की तरह देख रहे, burning with the eyes and all. So she was not burning, but she was beating Krishna out of love. How did you leave me and go like that? And Sandashta Dasharachada, even biting the teeth also. जो गुस्सा होता है, all that expressions. Then another one, Apara Animisha Drukbhyam Jushana Tan Mukham Bujam, not closing the eyes only, continuously drinking the nectarine form of the Lord through her eyes. Yet Apitamapi na atrupyatu. Apitamapi. So much she is looking at the Lord, enjoying his beautiful form, still not contented, just like Santaha Tat Charanam Yatha, just like the great Bhaktas, when they have the devotion to the feet of Lord, when they could imagine the Lord's Charana in their heart and do upasana to that, Jituna Vigare, even they also not satisfied. In that way, one was the Gopi. Another one, Tam Kachit Netra Randrena Hrudikutya. Another one, the other way around. Opened eyes, looked at Lord, took form of the Lord into the heart, closed the eyes, then Pulakangi, and she was so happy to have Bhagawan is in her heart, and there only she is hugging him. And how that explanation is, Yogi Iva Ananda Sampuluta, like the yogi when he discovers divine Bhagavan in his heart, Saguna and Nirguna, how he revels in the Ananda, how he floats in the joy inexplicable. One of the gopis like that. So by giving these examples, what's told is these gopikas are, each one of them are in a jnani, bhakta, yogi sthiti in their heart because of their unconditional, pure, beautiful love for Bhagavan, bhakti for Bhagavan. Such a wonderful comparisons are given. Santaha tat sharanam, yogi va ananda samvradaha, then sarvahataha, all of them, Keshava aloka parama utsava nirvrataha. Having had the darshan of Krishna, that was a parama utsava to them. With that nirvrataha, now they are hamma, they are now shanta, relaxed. Okay, Jahur Virahajam Tapam. All the tapa they lost, just like Prajnam Prapya Yatha Janaha. Like the people who are suffering in the samsara, when they find the Guru, the Jnani, to guide them in their life, how it becomes so relaxed. Again, I found my Guru in my life. Now he has taken responsibility of my Jivanam. He gave the assurances. It's only I have to just ask him my questions and tell my problem and follow whatever the solutions he gives. Nothing to worry. Like if anyone has a devotion to the Guru and that Guru is available, how much all the fears, worries, anxieties go away. To all of them also, having seen Bhagavan, they felt that type of ananda. Keshava aloka parama utsava nirvrata. I'm going very fast explaining each sloka. Otherwise, one word, one sentence only, we can spend 2-3 minutes and revel in that. So each of the one in their own way. In this way, in the world, everyone they are in their own sadhana and bhakti towards the Lord in their own way, which is possible. For us, we have to look at someone. If it is inspirational, learn that from them. Else, we should know our own heart. We should discover and do what sadhana we can do. The best is what? Take the Guru Maharaj into confidence or surrender to him, and from him, if you get guided, it will be much better, easier. So in this way, They were all enjoying Bhagavan's returning. Then Tabhir Viduta Shokavi Bhagavan Achyuta Vrataha. Now all their shoka gone away. They were all around, surrounding Bhagavan Krishna. Virochata Adhikam Tataha Purusha Shakti. At that time, the picture was Bhagavan Narayana with all these Ichha Shakti, Jnana Shakti, Kriya Shakti, variety of Shaktis and his Ayudhas, Parshadas. कैसे नारायण दिखते हैं, like that Bhagavan was seen in the middle of all these gopikas. So then Taha Samadaya, now Bhagavan took them where? Kalindyaha Nirvishya Pulinam Vivoho, to that Kalindi Yamuna Nadi's Pulinam, that banks, that beach, Bhagavan took them. Vikasat Kunda Mandara, beautiful Kunda and Mandara Pushpas are fully blossomed in that river and around the banks of that river. Surabhi Anila Shatpadam. There is Shatpada Gunja is going on. Surabhi, the fragrance is coming. Anila winds. So winds are bringing that fragrance. So then Sharat Chandramshu Sandoha Dhasta Dosha Tamas Shivam. Such a night it was so auspicious because of the Sharat Purnima's Chandra Amshuvar Kirana. It has removed all the darkness. Then Krishnaya, Krishna here is Yamuna Nadi, Hasta Tarala Achita Komala Valukam. The waves of Yamuna ji were like the hands which just made that Pulina Sthala suitable with all the softness. Now you all see that when you have seen the beaches of rivers or ocean, the waves when they come, they make that banks so smooth. You feel so enchanted to sit and sleep there. So the Yamuna Nadi, as if to make all of them seated, has made with her own hands of the kerata or the waves, the whole Valuka Sama. Valuka means the sands. Sama equal. Pulina is in that beach. So that was the beautiful time there. So you can imagine that Sharat Chandra Paurnima, all the trees, purity of the whole atmosphere, fragrance of the flowers of the trees, and little sound of the Yamunaji and the whole bank, so wonderful. That was the scene. Then these people, the Darshana Ahlada Viduta Hrut Rujaha. Because of the Darshana Bhagwan, they got so much Ahlada that removed the Roga of the Hridaya. That Roga is Dukkha. Dukkha was Viratapa. That is gone. Manorathantam Shrotayo Yathayayu. Just like all the Shrutis have fulfilled their Manoratha in describing Bhagwan. परमात्मा का हर तरह का निर्वचन वगैरह करके जैसे श्रुतियां तृप्त हुए, इन दैट वे दे वर ऑल हैप्पी, freed from the hrudroga of dukkha, having that darshana and ahlada. Then Svairuttariyahi Kuchakunkumangidahi Asi Kruban Asarama Atma Bandave. Lord is an Atma Bandhu to them. To him, they made that Uttariyam for them, for the Lord Krishna to sit there. Uttariyam is the upper thing. बैठने के लिए. Then Tatrobhavishtaha Bhagavan. Bhagavan sat there. Sa Ishvaraha. He's an Ishvara. Yogeshvara Antarhrudi Kalvida Asanaha. So like the Yogeshwaras, Mahabhaktas, in their own heart, how they make the asana and make the Lord seated and do the upasana archanadi. Please let us learn from this. The art of doing upasana to Bhagavan in the puja mantram as well as in our heart, keep on doing till that vritti goes away, Bhagavan's sakshatkara happens. Let it not remain only as theory. Let us make it as our commitment and take an initiative to start doing without stopping till that anubhuti comes up. That is all in our hands. So the example given is like the Yogeshwaras make the asana Bhagavan for Bhagavan in their hearts. Then Chakasa Gopi Parishad Gataha Architaha Trailok Lakshmi Ekapadam Vapur Dadatu. That Lord who is in the Vapu of the beauty of all the three worlds, then they were there with so much of the love with Bhagavan Krishna. Then Sabhai Jaitva Tamananga Deepanam. They did the due respect to the Lord who is creating that prema in them. How Sahasa Leela Ikshana, with the smiles and the looks, etc. Vibhrama Bhruva, with variety of the Bhrukuti Vilasa, Samsparshanena, then Sparshana, Ankakrita Angrihastayoho, no touching his hands, feet, etc. Samstutya, they have done stuti of the Lord, they express this gratitude and all. Yet, For some time he disappeared. No, that dukkha was there in them. So they want to talk about that also. Ishat kupita babashire. Becoming little angry, they started talking. They want to sort out that issue also. They don't want to go with that dukkha in the mind. For once for all, they want an answer. Why did you go? What we have to do so that you don't go in that way. Then the question is so simple. In an indirect manner, they atone to marna kehte na, in that way they say. Very interesting it is. Gopya uchuhu. What they say? Bhajatonu bhajanti ekaha. Eka etad viparyayam. Na uvayansha bhajanti ekaha. Etad naha bruhi sadhu. Oh, you tell us. Kya hai? Bhajata anu bhajanti ekaha. There are some people who give love when we give them. Second, eka etad viparyayam. Other ones is what? They don't give the love when they take. Third one is what? Now, Ubhayansha bhajanti ekaha. Neither give the love nor take the love. Etad na bruhi sadhu. Among these three, which is better? So, others give love, they give. Others don't give love, they give. Others give love, still they don't give. What is that? Means what they are saying is, we are giving you love and you are not reciprocating like that. Now, to this, what a beautiful answer Bhagavan gives once for all for the whole life. A very good message to us. I think tomorrow we will see it. Very, very interesting topic. If I start it, it will take 20 minutes. We have to do our 12th skandha also. Hardly 10 shlokas are there. Let us do that tomorrow. Thank you. Sarvam Krishnarvanam. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam. Purnat Purnamudachyate. Purnasya Purnamadaya. Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Bhagavat Sharanam Mama, Shri Sadguru Sharanam Mama, Shri Suta Sharanam Mama, Shri Shukadeva Sharanam Mama, Shri Vyasa Sharanam Mama, Shri Narada Sharanam Mama, Shri Kumara Sharanam Mama, Shri Brahma Sharanam Mama, Shri Vishnu Sharanam Mama, Shri Parabrahma Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare, He Nath Narayana Vasudeva, Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare, He Nath Narayana Vasudeva, Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare, Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare, He Nath Narayana Vasudeva, Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare, He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Om Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yat Krupatamaham Vande Paramananda Madhavam Swarge Satye Cha Kailase Vaikunఠే నాస్త్యయం రసః అతః పిబంతు సద్భాగ్యాః మామా ముంచత కర్హిచిత్ శ్రీమద్భాగవతం పురాణ తిలకం యద్వైష్ణవానాం ధనం యస్మిన్ పారమహంస్యమేవమమలం జ్ఞానం పరం గీయతే యత్ర జ్ఞాన విరాగ భక్తి సహితం నైష్కర్మ్యమావిష్కృతం తచ్ఛృణ్వన్ ప్రపఠన్ విచారణపరః భక్త్యా విముచ్యేన్నరః. ఓం నమో భగవతే వాసుదేవాయ. ఓం శ్రీకృష్ణ పరబ్రహ్మణే నమః. శ్రీమద్భాగవత మహాపురాణం 12 స్కందః. ఓం ఆభాసశ్చ నిరోధశ్చ యతశ్చాధ్యవసేయతే స ఆశ్రయః పరం బ్రహ్మ పరమాత్మేతి శబ్ద్యతే. అథ ద్వితీయోऽధ్యాయः. శ్రీశుక ఉవాచ. Dear friends, salutations to you all. Welcome for this class and gratitudes for being together in this endeavor of trying to open up the beautiful aspects of Adhyatmic Sadhana within us through studying this Bhagavata Shastra. We are doing the second chapter of the 12th Skandha. The 12th Skandha's theme is Ashraya. So, as we are studying the Shastras, both Vedanta and Bhakti Shastra, Through the study of both of them, we should discover Bhagavan alone is Ashraya. In Bhakti, Ashraya, in which totally we surrender to him, where all the Yoga Kshema, he takes care of us. In the Vedanta, the Ashraya is to discover our own, the Vedanta Tattva, Brahma Tattva is the goal, putting all efforts to reach out to the truth. If these two are done, then we are becoming Bhagavatas. Our study of the Bhagavata is fulfilled. And why take it lighter? Why not take it serious? Since why not involve in only that? Especially when we don't have any of these so much of obligations and botherations, much. To all of us, at least most of us, if not all, except one or two obligations, to a great extent, the time is at our disposal. Let's recognize that blessings and opportunities and may use that for this way discovering Bhagavan's Ashraya in our heart. Beautiful it is. In Ashraya, Dukkha Nivarana, Bhagavan only does. Sukha Jidanam, Bhagavan only gives us. Sadhana, it is his Kripa. Siddhi, also his Kripa. Therefore, everything we bank upon him. And in the Ashraya at a higher level, we just study the Shastras which are given by him. From that, we should deeply understand, convincingly understand that this is the way the Lord wants us to live the life. Exactly when we live life like that, it becomes so easy for the Lord also to bless us. That's the real Ashraya that we have seen in the Telugu Vishnu Sahasranam class today. Sarvagamanam Acharaha Prathamam Parikalpate Achara Prabhavaha Dharmaha Dharmasya Prabhurachyutaha. Prabhurachyutaha. 40 minutes we discussed it today also, yesterday also. The beautiful thought. So let us discover the Ashraya. And in Vedanta also, entire Jagata Rupa Nama is Ashrita and the Ashraya called Brahman, which is Satyam Jnanam Anantam. Jagat-vilakshanam Brahma, Brahmana Anyad Nakinchana, Brahma Anyad Bhati Chet Mithya Yatha Varumarichika. All these great topics, so many times we heard in a synopsis form, without missing even a one important thing. So clearly, exhaustively, beautifully, perfectly, wonderfully, Bhagavan Sri Rama is going to teach to Sri Lakshmanaji in our next class today. One of the top and best of the discussions or the giving of the knowledge, at least I have come across. That is what we are going to study from today, maybe for 1 or 2 days, when Bhagavan Rama is going to give that Mukti Jnanopadesha to Sri Lakshmana Swami. So let us discover in that way, Jnaname Bhagavan ka Ashraya through Vedanta Vicharana Ityadi, helped of course by Yoga Adi. Bhakti me Ashraya is Lord, a total Ananya Sharanagati. Just relax. Do what he says, take what he gives, relax. Don't allow the mind to become active even little iota other than these two jobs. Do what he says, take what he gives, that's it. Mind should not even little also come out. That is called a total Ashrayatva Bhagavan accepted. So this is what the purpose of this skandha. In fact, Dashamasya Vishuddhyartham, for the achievement of this only, all the earlier 9 plus 2, 11 skandhas were given in Bhagavatam, and every of the Purana is only for that purpose. See, the Pandavas found Ashraya in Bhagavan. Therefore, though they went through different difficulties in different times, every time Bhagavan came and protected. Finally, in that such a big civil war also, it was Bhagavan to whom they did Ashraya, that Arjuna has chosen him. See, Bhagavan has protected them and saw to it that they won the war, they were safe. Otherwise, in the hands of Bhishma, Drona, Krupa, Karna, Pandavas cannot survive. They have more powers. It is the presence of Lord here that they were safe. And Lord was here because they had Ashraya in Bhagavan. That's what Mata Kunti and Pandu from childhood they taught to the Pandavas. Bhagavan ke Ashraya mein rehna. Teach this you also to your children. Take the support of the Lord. Let them see. We should be humble. We should be mediocre in the world. We should be simple. We should be unassumed. We need not become so much famous. That is better than becoming famous by various achievements, after which we forget the Lord only and become arrogant or selfish. Understood? I hope you caught the point. Because protection from the Lord is more important from Maya than going away from the Lord and getting lost in Maya, because some are the other great achievements. When we become greatly achievers, non spiritual things, we are bound to forget Lord. Then that itself acts as Maya. And what is the action of Maya? Taking that only as great. You go on living in that, not doing even one little sadhana also, and one day just to die. Your all money and is taken by others, and but while becoming great, whatever the nonsense is done, all that papam takes us only to the Naraka Adi. See the big famous people of the world. Think about their last moment. They die. After death, what happens? These becoming famous leaves left here only. All these things will be taught to us in Bhagavatam, here only, where towards the end of the second chapter only, which we are studying, भगवान himself, सुखदेव जी himself says to परीक्षित कि जो चीज छोड़कर जा रहे हैं उसके लिए हम इतने पीछे पड़ते हैं. So let us be living life simple. We not become so greatly famous. उसमें कुछ रखा नहीं except forgetting the Lord and getting lost in Maya. That is a big moha and Maya. Instead of that, silently with our own living life in the Madhya Marga, let us develop our Ashraya of Bhagavan. Let us become his Bhakta. In fact, that's the greatest achievement. So, let us do that for ourselves. Let us give as legacy to our next generation that only. बेटा कुछ भी हो भगवान का आसरा सहारा सपोर्ट नहीं छोड़ना. So, these are the upasana, japa, mantroच्चारण. You do every day, Shrotra Bhattanam. If you can teach this to your children, you have done the best of the seva to them. Best of the gift you gave to them. Let them do it. So, in this entire skandha, in the Bhagavata totally, in all the Purana Itihasa, in all Adhyatmic sadhanas, both in Jnana and Bhakti Marga, what we have to finally achieve is Bhagavan is our Ashraya. That is the name of this particular skandha. Having said so, now we are doing the second chapter. In that, Bhagavan, Shukadevji, to Parikshitji, all of us, making us listen the Kali dosha. For the Parikshitji and all, it was in future tense. है ना, वो लोग तो अभी कृष्ण भगवान चले गए, थोड़ा ही आया कली, कली का निग्रह भी कर दिया परीक्षित जी ने. So everything was so wonderful and all. For them it's all future. But for you and I, we are actually exactly living in what is said by Shukadeva ji, the Kalis, Adharmas or Durgunas, etc. But all of them are for what? Just to become aware, protect ourselves, and do the help whatever is required for others also to protect them from this Kali Prabhava. So when we know, many times we can take the preventive measures. Is it not? So these all instructions are given for prevention. And in whichever the yuga we are there, please remember, there are gurus, there are sadhus, there are shastras, there are satsangas. There always the empowerment for the spiritual sadhana is given in any of the yuga when we decidingly, decisively become spiritual sadhakas and do sadhana, we are protected from the world around definitely. That choice is always there. Like even Krutayug में रहते हुए भी some have chosen to become Rakshasas. Krutayug में थे all the Shumba, Nishumba, the Rakshasas, all the Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha, they're all Krutayuga Rakshasas. Treta में रावण कुंभकर्ण आदि. द्वापर में कंस शिशुपाल so many. और कली में हम सब. So in that Kruta Yuga also somebody can choose to be Rakshasa. Same way, even in the Kali Yuga, somebody can choose to be a sadhaka. That always is there. Executing that choice is our wisdom, our discretion, our choice. It's our beauty of life. Then when we wear, like how much our cold it is, minus 40 degrees. Yet if we wear all the warm gloves and all, we are saved. How much the rains come, raincoat hai, chhata hai, shelter ke niche ho, so you are safe. Is it not? How much of corona is there? But we are taking proper medicine or preventives or vaccine or immunizations, then we are safe. In the same way, Though the Lakshanas of Kali being so negative described, yet luckily for us, there's always option that we can have our own protection by our own being in our own sadhana. Never leave it. Be with the Guru, be with the Shastra, be in the satsang, keep on learning. And what is simple? Spending 24 hours a day is not at all difficult. Sleep 8 hours happily, only 16 hours only are left. In those 16 hours, finish your other daily routine. 8 hours gone. Only 8 hours are there. उसमें सत्संग में आ जाओ, जप उपासना करो. You are escaped in the Kaliyuga. As simple as that. Those 8 hours, if you are careful in our studies, स्वाध्याय जप उपासना, and spend the times. Kali खत्म हो जाएगा. But while the Kali goes away, if you are allowing it to victimize us, then we suffer. But if we protect ourselves through this type of involvement, the Kali will go away. Then we not only enter into Krita, we will be the ones to guide others because we learned the art of how to live life of sadhana in the odd periods of Kali Yuga. So it is very important portion for us. This is what we are seeing all around. Now yesterday we saw up to the shloka number 10th one, where in the Kali Yuga, people kill each other also. The weather-wise also everything is odds. The kings also are very bad. In that way, this everything goes into such a bad condition. At that time, Bhagavan, again to reinstate dharma, comes as the Kalki Bhagavan. Kali Yuga mein Kalki avatar. So that portion again we'll chant today. Try to see the meaning. Okay, chant from 8th shloka onwards. Om Sri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha Srimad Maha Puranam Bhagavat Maha Puranam Dvadasha Skandha-12 Satirodashyadashtavadhyavasiyate Sahasraya Parambrahma Paramatmeti Shabdyate Atha Dvitiyodhyayah Sri Shubhavacha 8th onwards. Brahmavit Kshatra Shudra Yo Bali Bhavita Nrupaha प्रजा हि लुब्धैः राजन्यैः निर्घृणैर्दस्यु धर्मिभिः आच्छिन्नदारद्रविणाः यास्यन्ति गिरिकाननं शाकमूलामिषक्षौद्र फलपुष्पाष्टिभोजनाः अनावृष्ट्या विनङ्क्ष्यन्ति दुर्भिक्षकरपीडिताः शीतवातातपप्रावृट् हिमैरन्योन्यतः प्रजाः क्षुत्रुभ्यां व्याधिभिश्चैव संतप्स्यन्ते च चिन्तया 30-20 वर्षाणि परमायुः कलौ नृणां क्षीयमाणेषु देहेषु देहिनां कलिदोषतः वर्णाश्रमवतां धर्मे नष्टे वेदपथे नृणां पाषण्डप्रचुरे धर्मे दस्युप्रायेषु राजसो शौर्यान्नृतवृथा हिंसा नानावृत्तिषु वैनृषो शूद्रप्रायेषु वर्णेषु छागप्रायासु धेनुषो गृहप्रायेष्वाश्रमेषु यौनप्रायेषु बन्धुषो अनुप्रायास्वोषधीषु शमीप्रायेषु स्थास्नुषु विद्युत्प्रायेषु मेघेषु शून्यप्रायेषु सद्मसो इत्थं कलौगतप्राये जने तु खरधर्मिणि धर्मत्राणाय सत्त्वेन भगवान् अवतरिष्यते चराचरगुरोर्विष्णोः ईश्वरस्याखिलात्मनः धर्मत्राणाय साधूनां जन्मकर्मापनुत्तये शम्बलग्राममुख्यस्य ब्राह्मणस्य महात्मनः भवने विष्णुयशसः कल्किः प्रादुर्भविष्यति अश्वम् आशुकम् आरुह्य देवदत्तं जगत्पतिः असिना साधुदमनम् अष्टैश्वर्यगुणान्वितः विचरन्नाशुनाक्षोण्यां हयेन प्रतिमद्युतिः नृपलिङ्गच्छदो दस्यो नो कोटिशो निहनिष्यते अथ तेषां भविष्यन्ति मनांसि विशदानि वै वासुदेवाङ्गरागाति पुण्यगन्धानिलस्पृशां पौरजानपदानां वै हतेष्वखिलदस्युषु तेषां प्रजाविसर्गश्च स्थविष्टः स्तं भविष्यति वासुदेवे भगवति सत्त्वमूर्तौ हृदि स्थिते यदावतीर्णो भगवान् कल्किर्धर्मपतिर्हरिः कृतं भविष्यति तदा प्रजासूतिश्च सात्विकी. That's why. Remember throughout life, especially when we are in Kali Yuga, as much less as possible, we should contribute to the Kali. If possible, zero. And even in the Kali Yuga, to protect ourselves and the world, as much as the good thing we can contribute to in our actions, in our words, in our visions, in our thoughts, in our attitudes, in our intentions. So good we are, so much loved we are by the world as well as Bhagavan. हमेशा अच्छाई का cooperation करते ही जाना. You have to support the good of the world by thought, word, and deed. In all the yugas, especially in Kali Yuga, we have to take it as a responsibility. Maybe this renaissance back to Krita Yuga, Lord wants to achieve through us. Maybe because of that only, He is empowering us with the Shastra Jnanam, then the Sadhanasa, Bhakti, Jnana, Yoga, ityadi. Why not? We can feel it. And to be servant of the Lord in reinstating the goodness of the world. If you get that opportunity, what else can be greater than that? बताओ अच्छी बात है. So be conscious what's happening in the world. Kali Yuga. These are the negativities. Anyway, so much negativity is there. Let me also add to that. That attitude is wrong. You know, like the Indian mentality, ये कहते हैं आजकल, हमेशा नहीं. Anyway, the sweepers are cleaning it, और थोड़ा थोड़ा डालो. और घर में नौकर लोग anyway बर्तन धो रहे, और 2 बर्तन और डालना. This is wrong. This attitude itself is wrong. When non-positive is there, already we should not add. Doesn't mean if it is not there, you add. And then when the positive is very less, कोई कर ही नहीं रहे धर्म साधना मैं क्यों करूं? That also is wrong. Whether somebody is doing or not, let us go on doing the prayers. Like every day nowadays we are doing from last 2-3 months, Vishwa Shantyartham, Vishwa Kalyanartham, Samasta Manavali Adhyatmika Unnatyartham. अमुक अमुक शास्त्र से पारायणम अध्ययनमयम सर्वे करिष्यामहे सनातन धर्म से विश्वव्याप्त्यर्थम. This is what minimum I can do from seated here. No other capacity, power, position I have. Then you are all joining me. It's minimum. And in the action also, whenever possible, let's do the action with the mouth. Keep on talking about the goodness, the divinities, the values, the honesties, and the devotion, the spiritualities. जितना हो सके उसका बोलना. कम से कम let that vibrations go into the world. As regards practice is concerned, let us struggle hard to do. कलयुग में मुश्किल होता है because so much of non-positive around. Yet, let us do. Sharira will be tamaguna. Yet, let us get up, take bath. Little at least japa we do. Mana is always rajaguna. Yet, we go to the class and listen. Buddhi is always in again in Janchala cannot. Still, let us contemplate on the Lord. क्या ब्यूटी है जीवन का की कोशिश प्रयत्न. भगवान loves the smell of the sweat of the hard working person than the tears of the stupid fellow who is lazy. रोते रोते बैठने वालों का भगवान पसंद नहीं करते. भगवान जो मेहनत कर रहा है उसके पसीना देखकर वो खुश होते. That's how it is. So consciously, let us add, close eyes. Now the globe is one. And what is spoken here about Kali Yuga is to the entire globe, not only to India. And what are the Durgunas that are mentioned in Kali already are there in one or the other part of the world, just waiting to spread to the other parts. In India, all of them are there, but then they are always under suppression, not allowed to upsurge to such a terrible extent because the rishis, munis, saints, infinitely they are there. So many, they are doing their own upasanas, they are doing their prarthana. That's why, with natural calamities or even otherwise, with Akali Dharma, the whole world may get destroyed, but the Bharat Mata stands again to support all. Till that Mahapralaya and all. That beauty always is there. So either we go across the world and teach them, or from here only we spread all the positive vibration. Achhi baat. Good. Somebody should be there and nothing to claim there. The Lord is blessing us and we are doing. There's no ego. So the thought is what? Contribute to the positivity in Kali Yuga, not to the negativity. Consciously, by all means of Kaya, Vacha, Manasa. Now continue करो. एक श्लोक का क्या कहा? ब्रह्म विट क्षत्र शूद्राणाम. Among any of these चार वर्ण, यो बलि, whoever is balavan for any of the reasons, nrupaha bhavita, he becomes the king. And that bala mainly is the money bala, otherwise the jana bala, and sometimes it is The crookedness with intelligence bala, where even the EVMs can be tampered, riggings can be done, horse tradings can be done. By all these means, somehow kursi pe kabza. एक बार बैठ गए कुर्सी पे फिर 5 साल तक people are very simple. Anybody tries to raise any voice, whole government is in my hands. Therefore, I can use all the forces of police or legal anything. कुछ भी केस बनाओ अंदर करो कुछ भी कर सकता हूँ मैं बट एक बार राजा बनो उसके लिए बल का यूज करो. Some are using dhanabala, kulabala, janabala, caste and religion and money and crooked intelligences. Each one is trying to become king in one or the other, fair or foul means. That is what Kaliyuga. Not only in India here, as I have told you just now, throughout the world we can see Bali. See that Russian president from last 30 years he went on procuring all the weaponry. Now he is dominant. So to the China, they tried so much and they want to occupy so many nations, but the Lord is there to watch. Therefore, internally, so many commotions Bhagavan is sending. Oh, Jingu Pingu fellow, go. He is not able to do anything now. Already he's become old and so many internal tussles. But they have that Kali of trying to occupy others and all. Is it not? Some countries, the Arabian countries, थोड़ा उनको अकल आया तो we cannot be those staunch fanatics. Life नहीं चलेगा. Then they allowed the business and everything. They are flourishing with all prosperity. But bhoga is there. That leads to roga later on. Any country, any continent you take, all these are there. I am not aware of that much. I don't go to any nation. कुछ नहीं पता. आपको पता ही है क्या क्या हो रहा है पूरा दुनिया में. Some are known in the news. Many are not known. What we know is only 0.5%, 95, 99.5% तो हमारे तक पहुंचता ही नहीं समाचार. Anyway, so the powerful people of any varna ashrama, they become king. And they become king not to rule the subjects, but ruin them and propitiate themselves at every cost. And short-sighted, they don't have the long-sightedness, taking the nature into concern, the culture tradition into concern, whole globe into concern. That way, people are or the kings are not so highly evolved to conceive the plans. Many of them immediate personal gains. When I am in power, next time again to get the power, how much money I have to get again to buy the MLS, what I have to give to the favorable people. इसी तरह से दृष्टि होता है. The other things are not much concerned. They are not concerned. कुछ ना कोई साधु महात्मा फिलोंथ्रपिस्ट एनजीओ लोग ये लोग चलाते रहेंगे दुनिया को भाई पूरे देश को. सो फर्स्ट वन इज दैट प्रजा ही लुब्धै ही राजन्य ही निर्गुणैर दस्युधर्मिभिः आच्छिन्न दारद्रविणा. See, Dara Dravina of the Praja are looted by the kings who are Lubdaihi, who are Lobhi, who are the greedy people. Then Nirgrunaihi, those who don't have the Gruna. Gruna means here kindness and compassion. Karuna. Then Dasyu Dharmibihi, ये तो dacoits की तरह बनेंगे. So dacoit like of kings without any kindness and compassion, with so much of the greed, Dara Dravina Putra, everything of the Praja, the kings start looting. धीरे धीरे हो रहा है. Then it has happened. कलयुग तो start होके बहुत साल हो गए. How many of these Mughals and Islamists have done all this nonsense in our country? Bharata Mata has become victim of this nonsense. I think more than anybody. Maybe the next one is the African countries. Even now it's going on various reasons. And the European देश तो अपने आप को राजा मान के जो मिला उसको कुचल डालना और दबा देना. They try to do that by one or the other cunning means. Some nations produce all the weapons, create fighting within two countries, sell their weapons, let them die. See what a cunning politics it is. That is how so many things. Krishna Bhagavan, Sukadev ji to hint diya. But we can see what he said in those lines. So many things happening in front of our own eyes. He predicted the future 5,000 years back. But now we are exactly in that Kali Yuga. What he says, you can relate by observing. Then when Achinna Dravida Daraha, then the wealth, power, position, all are looted by the kings. What will the praja do? कि यास्यन्ति गिरिकाननम. They will go to all the mountains and forests only for survival. धीरे धीरे अभी गिरिकाननम यास्यन्ति. Many people slowly preferring the outskirts of the cities for their life. The cities are expanding into the forests, etc. Now it is happening in good humor because they want to spend peaceful time. But later on, the system itself becomes so difficult, troublesome. They have to leave everything of these towns. Somehow बचो इन राजाओं के नजर से, चलो दूर. इस तरह का हो जाता है. In the cities, gundalo, politicians, they have eye of every property. Little मौका मिला कैसे उसको कब्जा करे, इस दृष्टि में है. Everyone knows all this. No, I don't want to reveal all of them. It becomes too political as if. Political मतलब too, that's what is it actually. जानते हैं हम सब, लेकिन बोलना हमको हक नहीं होता. In big towns and cities, the middle class people, their properties, their thing, they can't protect them. कब कौन आके क्या कब्जा करेगा, डर ही लग रहा है. Every day they are land grabbings. हो रहा है कि नहीं? How much? The countries like China, वो तो पूरे देश को ही grab कर रहे हैं. They want Pakistan, they want Balochistan, anything they want into them. Big countries. Within us, the states में, towns में, this is going on. And सब बेवकूफ़ी है. It's all moha maya. Nobody is going to take any of the earth or the money with them. In fact, everybody will dying like a dogs only in the hospitals, in the bathroom because of corona, in an accident. ऐसे मर रहे हैं हार्ट अटैक होकर. So यही मोह माया तो है. You and I should not be trapped into that. Be careful. So they go to the Girikanana, and then what will they have for eating? कि एक शाका, मूल, सब्जियां खाएंगे, मूल, all those roots. Then amisha, अब क्या करें, भूख लग रही है. All the meat and all. Then kshaudra phala, all small little fruits of no energy or taste. Then pushpa, then the ashti means grains or the seeds. अब इस पे जीना पड़ेगा जो लोगों को. इन कलयुगा, इन फ्यूचर ये सब होने वाला है. बी प्रिपेयर्ड फॉर इट. इन आवर ओन लाइफ टाइम लिटिल ऑफ इट स्टार्ट्स. अगेन रिमेंबर, हम ही हैं जो वापस आएंगे इसी अर्थ में. कहाँ जाएंगे मुक्ति होने तक? ए सेट ऑफ जीवास आर गिवन टू दिस अर्थ. तुम लोगों का मुक्ति इधर ही है. सम रेयर स्पेशीज गो फ्रॉम दिस टू द अदर और फ्रॉम अदर दे कम हियर. बट बाकी सब यहीं तक ही घूमना है हमको. कहाँ जाओगे? यहाँ शरीर छोड़ा तो यहीं. If I die in this place, maybe I'll be born, maybe after 1,000 lives as a buffalo, donkey and all, somewhere in some place in the world only. Bhumata, kisi desh mein kahin bhi. Then we'll be affected by the Kali continuing. So when we are right now onwards living good life, even though we take birth, even in Kali, we'll be in a better place to position. Thank you. Now, next, Anavrushti Avinakshanti, the destruction because of Anavrushti. No rains. Terrible it is, water scarcity. Some places we can see Durbhiksha Karapeditaha. The Durbhiksha is famine, where the crops don't grow. See in this country, in the world, very funny things. कहीं पानी नहीं है इसलिए फसल नहीं होता. कहीं ज़्यादा बरखा होकर फसल चला जाता है. कहीं पंछियाँ आकर खा लेते हैं. See that Kenyan country, that birds. What is the name of the bird? Cutie, some birds. Lakhs of them, hectares of grains they are eating. Then they have announced war for the birds. They are sending all the chemicals to kill them. नहीं तो अनाज सब खा रहे हो. And those moths, Vyasa, every year in a particular time to India they come from Pakistan. Terrorists भी आते हैं, ये भी आते हैं. 7 दिन में सारे फसल का पूरा खा लेते हैं लोग. Either bacterial viral effect or the effect of the moths, etc., or the birds attack them, or the heavy rains and floods, or the no rains. Somehow खाने का चीज महंगा. Then you can't. Now, in our country, because of Nitya Upasanas, Archanas to the Lord in so many forms, we are saved in spite of our other side of the picture negativity. But in some countries, see, every of them, देखो पाकिस्तान का हालत बिकाऊ हो गया, श्रीलंका का, you see नेपाल, हमारे चारों तरफ है, so many other countries, they have taken loans from IMF, they can't repay back, big countries have given them loans and they are now giving that country only to the whole big countries. दिख रहा है ना आपको ऐसा? So that is what is the meaning of अनावृष्ट्या विनक्ष्यन्ति दुर्भिक्ष पीड़िताः, then kara पीड़िताः. Kara is taxation including cost of living increasing. Whole world is going through that. Somehow I am saying policies of India little better है right now, तो हम बचकर हैं, थोड़ा हमारा सांस चेन से चल रहा है. I तो believe it. Yet lot of improvement is required. We all have to contribute. Then Shita, cold, Vata, winds. See, it is in front of our own eyes only. Every day there is a news. One or the other part of the world is troubled by one or the other of these things. Somewhere the heavy cold waves. How many hundreds died in Canada and America and Russia in the last 2 months? Even in the yesterday, day before also, Jammu Kashmir वगैरह में. Vata is this heavy winds of tornadoes. फिर से देखा ना फिर 4 दिन पहले how the tornadoes have uprooted so many houses and trees. Vata means those type of winds. Then Atapa, the heavy, that very hot temperatures. जब समर आता है आतपा, इतने लोग मृत्यु के बाद हो जाते हैं. देन प्रावरुट, अब बरखा तो बताए क्या, रुकने का नाम ही नहीं लेता. बारिश हुआ, दी चेन्नई लाइक प्लेसेस व्हिच आर सो ड्राई एंड लेस वाटर, दैट आल्सो गेट्स फ्लडेड. विचित्रम. You know that the deserts, the Arabian countries also 1.5-2 months back flooded with waters. You all see that. Pravrut, Varsha. Vichitram, the whole dunya Kaliyug mein, because of our so much of greed, losing sight of dharma and not living for the Lord or spirituality, by sending all the non-positivity, we are invoking that way the curse from Prakriti and Bhagavan. हम जो कर रहे हैं उसकी जैसी करनी वैसी भरनी. You know, those tsunamis when they come, cyclones when they come. You know, last 2-3 years, हम लकीली जैसे शास्त्र भूल जाते हैं, बाकी सब भी भूल जाते हैं. भुलक्कड़ है इन कलियुगा. The biggest boon in Kaliyuga is भूल जाना. We have forgotten how Corona frightened us. We are so manda buddhi, we are stick to the TV and cell phone and bhoga, that we forget how it frightened us those 2 years. And the same time, every part of the country, इधर भी बारिश, उधर भी बारिश, ये सब तबाह हो रहे, but all that. Now you see that Joshimath story, everyday news. And like that, how many places are sinking or shrinking, whatever you call. So that is the meaning of here, Pravratu, then Himaihi, the snow rains, the snow falls. And not only that. So first is what? Ki Anavrashti. Second, Durbiksha. Third, Kara. Then fourth, Shita Vata, Atapa, Pravrut, Hima, ityadi natural problems. Then Anyonyataha. Then mutually also they destroy each other. In this way, Praja will be in the Kaliyuga, along with the kings also traveling. Dushta Then Kshutprudhyam, Vyaditashtaiva. With Akshudha and Trishna, Vyadhiyon se. Hunger and thirst and desires, Santapsantesha Chintaya. Always in the Chinta, try how to get the solution for it. Yet, they try to solve it outside. Unfortunately, very few, not all, think about Bhagavan. And you and I, let us do all upasanas from now on every day, so that through Bhagavad Kripa, we are not victimized by these things. You know, this, I am telling you this, the Bangladesh, Pakistan, Sri Lanka वाले दूसरों में जीने के लिए जाने के लिए वो लोग कैसे ओशन में जा रहे हैं, बोट्स में जा रहे हैं. The other day you saw those 350 Sri Lankans wanting to go for survival to other place. They were caught up in that, in between the sea. Somehow they were saved luckily. These are all examples. अब ये छोटे छोटे पायमन में हो रहे हैं, अब देखते देखते सब बढ़ेंगे. It just started. कली में बेटर वी अपना बिस्तरा सब बांध के हमें परमात्मा के यहाँ पहुंचना है. Keep on doing punya upasana, we are protected. If we are also part of all that negativity, we are the first ones to be victimized, because even after studying Shastra, if we don't do good and do bad, we will be first punished. इसलिए ध्यान करो, धर्म करो, उपासना करो, पूजाएं करो, नित्य निरंतर with भरोसा in भगवान, तो even in Kaliyuga we will be protected. Then क्षुत्प्रुभ्याम व्याधिभिश्चैव संतप्स्यन्ते च चिन्तया, and त्रिंशत् विंशति वर्षाणि परमायुः कलौ नृणाम्, maximum 50 years they live. Right? Even that 50 years also, so busy, so much caught up in so many things, indriyani, mana, all tired, fatigued, exhausted in every type of indulgence. And already said, the food is not of good quality. पूरा एटमॉस्फेयर भी ऐसा हो जाएगा, इवन पीने वाला पानी में भी उतना दम ताकत नहीं होगा. कलयुग का ये भयंकर गुण. So in this way, now from here onwards, 4 slokas mein a summary of the worstness of the Kaliyuga is mentioned. Seeing that now there are still good people, to protect them and to that eliminate all the bad people which are in big number, Bhagavan takes Avatara. That will be said. These 4 slokas and Kalki Bhagavan's Avatara, and how he on the horse goes through all over the globe, finishes all the karodo, koti shah lekha hai idhar. Koti shah is categories or karodo log. All the non-positive will be eliminated. You can take the example of the Hitlers and Alexandra, the negative examples, how they went to conquer the world for their selfishness and greed, so to the Britishers. In a positive manner, the Lord will go to eliminate the negative. The Kalki Bhagavan. Not only in Bharatavarsha, by that time, I think India and that country, this country, itne isolation nahi hoga. Now already we are so much connected, every nation. तो पूरा ग्लोब ही एक हो जाएगा. That makes it easy for Bhagavan Kalki to come and finish all. So all that portion chanting and the meaning we will see tomorrow. And after that, the Kaliyuga का आगमन इत्यादि का ये जो नक्षत्र ग्रह तारक मंडल से कैसा है वो बताएंगे हमको. All these astrological things though very tough for us to understand. We have not studied that Shastra. We are not masters of that. We don't even little also. And the different ages, they talk about the different age. Every 2005 years, the age changes. Now slowly from that Persian age, we are entering into the Aquarian age. Then the whole world will change in its atmosphere. इस तरह से ये सब खगोल भूगोल का यहाँ थोड़ा बता रहे, हिंट दे रहे. Our great rishis are high level of astrologers, astronomers. But then जितना चाहिए उन्होंने उतना ही दिया. And उनमें से अब बाकी जो भी चाहिए, you can bring out all the astrology, astronomy. So astronomically also, the Kaliyuga's arrival, all that will be told, and the period also is told how long. Then the time when Kalki Bhagavan comes, from the moment he comes, just like when Krishna came and went away, Kali started. When the Kalki Bhagavan arrives, Kruta Yuga starts. That Kruta Yugas, some good Lakshanas also will be told in that second chapter towards the end. But the last 5-6 slokas तो बहुत powerful है. I will to take 1 or 2 days to discuss that. कि इतना कर करके ऐसे राजा लोग अंत में क्या जाएगा, यही मिट्टी में मिल जाएंगे. उनका सिर्फ नाम रहता है, हिस्ट्री बुक में वो लोग रहेंगे बस. Learn from them. What? Only one thing. What? As a human, we are here only to recognize the Bhagavan or the divinity within us. That is a fulfillment. The rest all is only the natak. Thank you. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Sri Guru Bhyo Namaha. Om Sri Krishna Chandra Bhagwan Ki Jai. सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय. ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् देवसवितुः प्रसवात्यन्तर्तिरञ्जामि अमृते अमृतवर्षावै स्वामृतमस्तु प्राणाय पानाय व्यानाय उदानाय समानाय ब्रह्मणे ब्रह्मार्पणं ब्रह्मवेत् ब्रह्माग्नो ब्रह्मणावतो ब्रह्मैव मध्यमध्यमस्तपादलक्षणाचमन ताम्बूलनीराजनं दर्शयामि ओम् ॐ नीलमेघश्यामकृष्ण नित्यगन्मोहनकृष्णमाला गोपालकृष्णमभिमङ्गलमेणु गानलोलकृष्णवेदान्त नवनीतचोरभक्तजनाधारमणमय मुक्तिसन्धाय कृष्णगीतावृ परमयोगेश पार्थसारमङ्गलमं न तत्र सूर्यो भाति न चन्द्रतारकं नेमा तमेव भान्दवस्य यजमानः नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मेभ्यो मङ्गलं गुरुदेवा ब्रह्मलोकादेवी मे गुरुपदवाक्यम् बोल श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय, महाविष्णु भगवान की जय, श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण शास्त्र की जय, श्री कल्कि भगवान की जय, श्री वेदव्यास शुकदेव सूतादि श्रीमद् भागवताचार्य की जय, बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय, सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय, सर्वत्र गोविंद नाम संकीर्तन गोविंद गोविंद. Thank you. Let us spend some time to study our Adhyatma Ramayana Shastra, the best of the topics. In such simple words, Bhagavan Sri Rama is going to teach all the Jnanam for sadhana. Let us enjoy it by going through that study systematically. In a minute, we will meet. Thank you. Om Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama. Mm-hmm.